I decided to go ahead and update my video that I have on stippling around a design. And the one that's on my website now is here. It's from Embird 2018. It's still very relevant. It talks about using basic editor and also using studio or a combination of the two to create stippling around your design. Now this is a custom stipple, and this is one of my meander stipples, and you can only use the custom stipples in Studio. So if you only have editor, you can still do this. You just have to use the motifs that Embird supplies. And I believe this is also one of my custom outlines that's around there in gold. So in that, you could only use in Studio as well. So I will go ahead and update this with a 2019 version. And so there'll be actually 2 videos in this section here. And I also have 3 more PDFs because I kind of want to talk about 3 or 4 different methods to do this, which I'm sure I touched on them in this first video. But I'm trying to simplify a little bit and just make them all separate little PDFs. So um, this what you're seeing here is the design didn't come with anything around it. Obviously, it just came with what you see inside. And the motif, this is Embird's motif, and anytime you put a motif around a design, you always get travel stitches right here. And they usually don't look real smooth, so you do have to cover them up with something. Now, that's not that hard to do as long as the design is solid. But when you have an airy, open design such as this one, then there's a couple of more tricks that you have to do to get everything to look right. And so this one has, for the outline that's covering up the black and it's covering it up on the edge here, it's just kind of like a satin stitch. It's auto column, but it's very loose. I just think it looks better because in editor you can't really get a good satin stitch that looks pretty, so you're better off making it looser. So that's using what they call auto column, and then we'll go over that. And let's see, the other one here, this one is using a fill for this outside, or rather for this outline or whatever. It's actually a fill, and that's really pretty when you see it up close. It's called Waves 3. And then there's also a method. So both of those designs that I just showed you, you can make those designs with either of the 2 methods that I'm going to show you. And then now here is another option where you actually mimic your exterior outline mimics your interior outline. So you can make patches and everything, out of funny shapes and whatnot. So, and this actually, believe it or not, is easier to start in editor. And then if you start it in editor and bring it into Studio. And then the last one I was going to show you was this one here that I actually, oh, I see a little space there. I actually started this in Editor, but then I brought it into Studio and used one of my other custom stipples. This is what I call my noodle stipple, and this is also one of my custom outlines. And so it just looks, more beautiful. It's more perfect and so on because it was finished in Studio. So that's all possible. And now this design, I don't even know where I got it, and you'll notice it's it's really not made very well. I don't know who made these loops on the outside, but the rest of it's not too bad. But I've never used it, but I thought it was a nice open airy design to show you. So we'll get started and we'll go into Editor. And you could see, here's the one that I just had. See how pretty it is. And, the stitching, everything is gorgeous. And you can see how this outline just covers this stipple. If I go into Stitches View, you'll see, this line. Let's see. No, that line, yeah. If I made them, okay. So this one, I'd have to separate this item, and then I'll just make it red for now. Not that one, but this one. So now you can kind of see that this red is the outline, and then the black here is the stippling, and so the red just covers it up. I mean, not totally, and when they're both the same color, it looks really nice. It looks even nice not being the same color. And, of course, I could have made this thicker. I could have done anything I wanted in Studio with this outline. So that's that one. But what I'm going to do now is delete everything except for the design. So we'll just start from the beginning. Have to have it the selection tool clicked to delete. Okay, so I'm going to follow along with the PDF. So in case you get this, and you'll have the PDF there and you could follow along as well.